Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to the bank accounts worksheet training video. This is the worksheet that you use to provide the details of the bank accounts that you want to manage and keep track of. You only need to edit this worksheet once on the day you start using it. You usually edit this worksheet at the beginning of the year and you use it to list the accounts you want to keep track of. And by that, I mean accounts where you have money, and for each account, you provide the balance amount in that account as well as the date of the balance you provided. So you might be wondering why this worksheet exists. And the answer is that it allows the worksheet to track your balances and your cash flow. And cash flow just means how much money is coming into and out of your accounts. So by providing the opening balance of your account, it allows the spreadsheet to tell you what the current balance is when you enter transactions. So let me give you an example. In the introductory video, I showed examples of entering transactions in the banking transactions video. And so if I go to the banking transactions, notice that cell H2 right here is showing the balance of the checking account as of today's date. And in this case, it's showing $584. If I go back to the cash, if I go, sorry, to the cash flow summary worksheet, notice that cell F16 over here is showing a forecasted ending balance of $11,428 at the end of December. And that's cash flow, right? Showing money coming in and money forecasted to come out, and therefore where it's forecasting you to be at the end of the year. And that's cash flow right there. So watch what happens if I go back to the accounts tab over here and change the opening balance for the checking account to be $200 rather than 100. So let me change that here. Say it's 200. I can keep the opening date to here. Leave it like that unchanged for now. Notice that now if I go to the banking transactions tab and I take a look at say cell H2, notice that it's now showing $684 rather than the original $584. So it's showing you the increase by $100 that I've changed in the bank accounts tab. So it's keeping track now of the balance of that account based on that new value that you put in. If I go back to the cash flow summary, as you might expect, the number also went up to reflect the change in that opening balance. And now instead of 11,425 or 428, it's now 11,528. And so to get the benefits of tracking your account balances as well as cash flow, all you have to do in the bank accounts tab is identify the accounts and their balances, and the spreadsheet is going to take care of the rest for you. Simple as that. And like I said, you only do this once a year, typically at the beginning of the year, to provide the new balances at the beginning of the year. So let me show you how to do this. First, you'll notice that in rows 4 through 10, over here as I'm highlighting, I've already gone ahead and defined some of the most common accounts for you. So checking, savings, and TFSAs are the most common, and that's why I've put them at the top of the list. The spreadsheet only cares about what you enter in columns A, D, and E. Columns C and D, these two, B and C, these two columns here, are for your information purposes only and are optional to fill in. All you have to do is edit what's already there. So in my case, I'm perfectly happy with the account names that are there for checking and savings, right? So these two guys, I'm going to keep it that way. You can edit this to whatever is a significant name for you. And then you change the amount and date to reflect what you have in your accounts. So let me set this back, for example, to an opening balance of $100 as of October 18th. And here in this case, let me just go ahead and rename some of these TFSAs, and I'm just going to call that to TFSA for my TD, and let's say, I don't know, TFSA for the Bank of Montreal, like that. So simply rename it like that. I already have an opening balance here. Let's say the one for, I can change that. Let's say the opening balance on that guy is $500 and the one here is $200 and that's, let's say today, November 9th, right? And so it's as simple as that. I've also put in a placeholder for investment accounts if you want to track that. If you don't, just leave it there. It won't affect anything. And as you can see, therefore, it's pretty easy and straightforward to update. If the number of predefined accounts that are here isn't enough because you want to manage more of them, then you can simply go here, for example, highlight the row, do a right click, hit or select insert. That'll insert a new row, and now you can capture a new account name, a new amount or opening balance amount, and a new date, and the spreadsheet will now update to work accordingly. So if I just call this test, for example, and I give it an opening balance of $50 as of November 9th, then when I go to the banking transactions, you're going to see here now this list gets updated to also include test. And right now, test, if I select that, it's showing me that the opening balance for that account is $50. So no more complicated than that. It's actually pretty quick to fill in. Like I said, you fill it out once at the beginning, usually at the beginning of the year, to just reset your new opening balances with new dates, and you're set to go for the rest of the year. And that's it. Your accounts are now ready to use. And so I'll see you in the next video.